Weekends in a college town are always reason to celebrate, but this weekend may be different as people around the world will celebrate St. Patrick's Day, which, contrary to popular belief, is still on this upcoming Monday. But before we get to talking about all the fun that happens in celebration of St. Patrick's Day, just maybe some of us should brush up on our history. Father Will Prospero of St. Mary's Catholic Parish, which is located on CMU's campus, tells us what the celebration is all about.
St. Patrick was named a saint because he brought basically the faith to Ireland. He ordained over 300 bishops. Even though the faith had already been introduced to Ireland, he really made it a major force in the country. He dealt with many chieftains, ancient pagan religions, druids and such, and many of them became Christians because of his preaching. There's legends on this, that his preaching was so powerful that he drove out all the snakes. It's kind of a legend. It's more of a symbol, because the snake is a symbol of evil, from the very beginning in Genesis, the serpent tempting Adam and Eve. And so St. Patrick driving out the demons out of Ireland.
In celebration of St. Patrick's life, the Catholic Church declared a feast day on the anniversary of his death, which happened on March 17th, sometime in the 5th century. While this day is usually celebrated with a lot of alcoholic beverages here in the U.S., Father Prospero says that the celebrations differ around the world.
When they first came, Catholics were not mainstream. This was a very Protestant country, and Catholics were a minority, and they were discriminated against. And so like any minority group, they had to fight for their place in society. And so they built schools, and they kept the faith alive, and one way of affirming their own identity was to celebrate St. Patrick's Day as saying, this is who we are. So we celebrate this with great gusto.
Isabella County Sheriff Leo Medoszewski says that his and other agencies around the county will be out in force.
As you can well imagine, St. Patrick's Day, there's a lot more alcohol consumption that goes on than a typical weeknight. So we will be beefing up our patrols. We're going to have 5 or 6 extra deputies come in, and basically their primary job is going to be alcohol enforcement.
With Mount Pleasant being a college town, Medoszewski says that the holiday increases underage drinking.
We get more probably drunk drivers in our community because we do have the young adults with the concentration of CMU, and obviously as weekend nights come around, there's always parties everywhere, and so our numbers are probably a little higher than if we didn't have a university community, just because of the age group and with the amount of alcohol that's consumed.
The sheriff also said that if someone is found drinking under the age of 21, that they will definitely be arrested.
Please don't drink, because anymore there's no warnings given, just because of liability issues for law enforcement agencies. If you happen to get stopped by a police officer and you're under 21 and you've been drinking, I can guarantee that you will be issued a minor in possession.
From all of us here at Central Beat, have a safe, fun, and legal St. Patrick's Day.